Someone give him a drink.
If anyone asks me if I'm all right, I'll swear at them. I like the Middle Ages. It's like it's got serious traumatic injury. Get some booze.
What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning.
Sniper says, see that?
And they weren't checked.
Arrogance, new emphasis to pain in the arse.
I don't know.
Yeah, I would not like
I've
to
never seen
experience
armor like
that.
it or heard their language. Maybe Tartars?
Especially not with a broadhead.
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
Dimby says that there's a Miami Fallout 4 mod that will have vehicles. Wonder how that's going to turn out. Yeah, I'd be interested to see that.
I'm going to pull that hair out.
Berghoff says, God, cancer. Get the man some beer. What if they had beer hospitals in the Middle Ages?
Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Sir.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
Oh man, Sniper, especially with the old arrow from those times, new ones are nice precision, will hurt, but not like the old one would. Yeah, the old ones would be pretty gnarly, irregular shaped.
I heard, Robard.
Mind you,
Tell me, boy,
toxic,
what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns?
Toxic
of the
arrowheads? You should check those out. They
survivors?
are brutal.
I don't
People
know
use them for big game.
It was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe.
Just so you guys know, this is the prologue
What's
of the
your name,
game,
boy?
hence all the cutscenes
Henry.
and the talking and
Son of the
the
Skalitz.
jibber jabber.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us.
I wasn't.
Robard,
I just
take care
fucking
of
shit
him.
my pants and ran
Make
away.
sure he
But
gets something to eat and some rest.
if you want to reward me for that,
And
fine.
get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Right, what can we fucking steal? Silent Sniper says, I use broadhead razor arrows. Alright, I only ever used the target sheet, but I have done a little bit of archery in the past. I have used broadheads though. Right. Where we at? Game is saved. Lockpicks. Right, I need to eat and I need to sleep. I think there's some free food in here.
You're that lad from Skalitz. What in heaven's name happened there?
I think I'm actually going to fucking die soon if I don't eat. Yeah, you want to watch your food in this game, because you will die from hunger.
Look where you're going.
You will die from hunger, and food does go off.
What happened to you? But it's no excuse for rudeness.
Right, let's take everything that's not nailed down, that isn't technically theft. Yeah, you can buy food, Sniper. I mean, most of the time you just end up with food if you're busy doing stuff. Yeah, I don't want to get caught robbing.
What are you doing?
In front of people. You normally end up with lots of food because people you like
Almighty.
basically kill will have stuff in their inventory, so you very quickly find you got plenty of stuff to eat. I seldom buy it. The only time I will buy it is I do tend to buy dried mushrooms and stuff. I do tend to buy dried mushrooms and stuff because it takes a long time to go off in the inventory. So occasionally I'll buy that, but other than that I just eat what I get on the fly. And I think I actually just snuck into this room.
Almighty.
This room's supposed to be out of bounds, but someone opened that door and I just followed them through. So I think I'm actually out of bounds.
If I needed some food,
Who do you think?
Sniper says that would suck getting killed for taking food. Oh, here we go, here we go.
Hey,
Come on, dickhead, get out of the way.
what the hell are you doing?
Arsehole.
Hey,
God. Yeah, occasionally you'll find that doors, even doors you're allowed to go through, they'll just suddenly deactivate. But what it is an NPC has started their animation of walking towards the door. So occasionally if you go to a door and you can't interact with it, you just got to wait for the nearby NPC to walk through it and then it will activate again. I just need this villager to jog on so I can run out after him.
How ill-mannered.
Well, just...
Damn!
Oh, you are fucking
What?
shitting me.
what the hell are you doing? What is it?
Shut up. Envy says that's a game flaw right there. Yeah, this is a new one to me actually. I just when I couldn't interact with the door, I'm so used to just working around the bugs. When I couldn't get through that door, I just was like, oh, I'll just follow someone through. It didn't occur to me that I had actually just glitched into a room where I'm not supposed to be. I will give it another few tries and then I will reload from the last save.
Hey, look out.
That's the other thing with this game is it's really RPG regarding proximity. Like if you're sneaking where you shouldn't be or you bump into people, they shout. And sometimes it does feel a bit like everywhere you go, the second you brush people, they complain.
What are you doing?
Like that. Right, I think I'm gonna reload. It's that or I punch someone and get arrested. Maybe I think I'm gonna have to. Yeah. Right. God, we have skipped all of the long cutscenes. Let's eat, eat, eat. Robard.
Please tell me what happened in Scots.
That's a nice curious.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
Yeah, it's hand holding.
I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved...
Now it's sent me to the kitchen. Was tempted to just play this through before starting the stream, but
You're fortunate.
it would just be weird if I start posting this up.
My lady, I'm honoured.
So
To
this
actually
is
have the
our
start of the
brave young
game
man.
missing on YouTube.
Welcome, lad. Bojena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
After all of the flirting and
little
sexual
wine to
innuendo,
wash it
I'm
Thank you,
absolutely
my lady.
worn out. And here comes some more.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Right, so a minute I thought she was going to offer me her bed.
Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes. Thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
She's gonna put some vape juice in my vape.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
When I first started playing this game, I did like I heard all of the hype about it being completely RP, and at first I was like completely undressing before I got into bed and everything, thinking it would like give me more of a a rested bonus or something. It's really quite pathetic, and in the end it was just like, oh fuck me, this is just too much of a shag. Right, let's steal stuff again. Next thing you know, you're like,
Don't you start.
you're just falling into bed,
Oh well, I wouldn't mind a bite to eat, actually.
wearing full plate armor and not giving a fuck. Welcome to Kingdom Come Deliverance, the cheese theft simulator. Yeah, something Silent Sniper just says, yeah, something about her medieval Princess Leia hairdo has me disturbed. The NPCs are actually very well done in this game, I have to admit. They're somehow managed to be very Some of them are very realistic looking, but kind of avoid the uncanny valley. You know, then things get a little too close to reality, they become weird.
What happened to you? Maybe he'll lay an egg.
Maybe he'll lay an egg. Right. Ahmed, is that soup in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Both.
What the hell? What?
What are you doing? I've got to admit, yeah, as is always the way, of course, I'm experiencing far more bugs during this stream than I do when I'm normally playing. I just don't see this many bugs. But sod's fucking law, the second I'm streaming it, it all happens.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
I will try and do some thieving in a minute, but I'm not going to save scum. So save scum. So I'm not quite sure what the consequences are going to be. Jesus Christ, woman!
I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady.
Am I doused in pheromone or something?
No, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
Dimby says, I hope Vampire won't have any of that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that game, actually. I don't know much about it, but a few people have said that it looks good.
To help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to. But to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace. To let
that's
you
what they
know
call
you're
it
not
now.
alone.
Solace.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is
I
to
like
be
that,
left
even
alone
using
in the
medieval
world.
sexual terminology now.
Although your loss
I
is
couldn't
much
possibly
greater,
comment
but with God's help,
because
you will ease in time.
there are potential
And
spoilers
it can help to talk about
with
it
certain characters,
if you feel like it.
and I'll leave it at that for now. I never thought I'd say this, but it's at this point in the game, it's like, can you just stick in all the women, leave me alone so I can sleep and then steal some stuff?
I'm sorry, my lady.
I want to steal some stuff from the armory.
Everyone
So
close to me died
can you give
there.
me a few private minutes alone with the stuff I want to steal?
I'm sorry about what befell you.
Thank you, my lady.
I hope at least Radzig and those who managed to take cover are still all right.
So do I.
The worst thing is not being able to do anything to help them. No one can do anything against such an army. The king is in captivity. And
Well,
the
if I'd had a
nobility at
fucking
each
bow
other's
and a
throats.
faster horse, I could have done
What
something.
is to become of us?
God alone knows.
True.
Silent Sniper says, oh no, she's going to molest in the medieval times.
I should go. It's late. You must be tired. Good night.
Good night, Mum.
Christ, does she like flirt with like every man in the castle? I think we all know what the answer is to that question. Uh-oh. Dream sequence.
Help us, son. Don't be a coward. Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Right. Just got to see what my controls are. Don't suppose anyone saw what torch was. Just noticed a ticker at the bottom about knives. I never leave home without one, but tools too are an issue. Cops in the States can see you have burglary tools and arrest you. It's a real pain in the arse these days. Yeah, it's actually a real issue in the States because a lot of the knife laws are more restrictive than gun laws. And I know in places like New York, you're not allowed gravity knives or knives that you can like flick open, and I know that some beat cops like practice like flicking open various types of knives, and you or I wouldn't be able to do it, but they kind of practice doing it because then when they do searches on people, they take out their like work knives and their sort of lock knives, and they will like manage to flick them open and then say, you've got a flick knife or you've got a gravity knife, and then they end up getting busted for it, even though that's not what it's really designed to do. I got that's it, one. There you go. But yeah, I mean, I don't carry in the UK because the laws are very restrictive here, and I also don't think knives are good self-defense weapons. They're lethal force weapons. But even putting that aside, the legality issue in the UK is too severe. Right, I am just gonna see what I can steal. Yeah, I mean, the situation in the UK is like everything is illegal. Right, I've got no lockpicks, so I'm just going to go down here. Hope I don't get spotted. Hope there's something nice I can steal. No, I don't want a bloody halberd. Crap. Yeah, the UK, in Florida you can have a concealed weapon permit to carry a gun, but if you have a knife, it can be trouble. However, if you get an extended concealed carry, then you can carry a knife. I didn't know that. Yeah, UK, we have the most bizarre laws here. Basically, if you pick up any item or carry any item with the intention of using it as a weapon, it becomes an offensive weapon. And then you are guilty of carrying an offensive weapon. And it literally extends to the point where... Let's see if I can get out of here without getting caught. It extends to the point where if you picked up a pencil with the intention of defending yourself with it, you are now de facto breaking the law because you're in possession of an offensive weapon. And you know, most of the time common sense prevails, but there's been some quite high profile cases where people have got into a lot of trouble with the law for relatively innocuous reasons.
Listen up. If it's Sigismund and his army, prepare for the worst.
Georgia is Zoofishing says Georgia is similar. Open carry, but I believe you can carry a 4-inch knife.
Hey, you men down there. Tell the people outside the walls to prepare.
Yeah, we can carry, I think, a blade with a non-locking blade that opens manually. That's not a flick knife. That doesn't lock if it's got 2.5-inch blade. I think that's what you're allowed, like a Swiss Army knife or something like that. But similarly, you have to be careful because sometimes people can accuse you of carrying a knife for self-defense, and then you've kind of got to prove your innocence. It's one of the weird areas of British law where once someone stops and searches you, if they charge you, you've kind of got to prove your innocence, and you're kind of guilty until proven innocent. And it's I mean, a lot of the time it's, you know, cops are pretty reasonable in the UK, and it's fine. But I mean, I have a completely legal knife that I was advised not to carry just because it looked slightly aggressive and I might get into trouble if I was stopped and searched. You know, it's best to just, if you need to carry a knife, carry a multi-tool or something, but even so, make sure the blades don't lock. Silent Sniper, well, most cops back in the day would say if the knife was no longer than the width of your palm, they wouldn't bother you. Now have a penknife liner and a fingernail clipper and you'll be charged for carrying a weapon. Zoofishing says common sense will always leave when politicians become involved. Patrick, hey babe, I'm back. How's the stream, my man? Much more stable now thanks to Silent Sniper sorting my graphics out, mate. Silent Sniper, yeah, open assist knives or spring-loaded knives are what you're talking about. And that is actually mine. I carry a Smith & Wesson tactical knife. Gotcha. Yeah, anything like that's... At the moment, it's not illegal. It's illegal to carry. You can have assisted opening knives. Like quite a few things, there's quite a few things that come under the broad definition of weapons that you can perfectly legally own in your home, but you can't take them outside of the house unless you are transporting them for a damn good reason. Like taking them to a show or taking them to sell them or something.
Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Divish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Zoofishing says cops here are pretty reasonable as long as it's not a damn sword. Most won't bother you here.
Sigismund has a
yeah, I mean, to be honest,
including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that.
I mean, there's always a first time for a bad experience. Personally, I've always had good encounters with cops in the UK and in the United States, and I'm just polite and reasonable. They've always been polite and reasonable and let me be on my way. I think a lot about it is if they genuinely think you're carrying something because you're up to no good, then they look for a reason to intervene.
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Ansig, what a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yeah, agreed, Silent Sniper. A lot of these accounts, when people say, "Yeah, I was minding my own business, and then I got harassed by the cops," if you scratch the surface, an awful lot of those stories really are, well, I was being a fucking idiot, and the cops came and stopped and questioned and searched me.
For me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend.
Sniper says, and yeah, if you're civil and nice, the cops are too. Yeah, I mean, I know cops. I've got friends who are cops or ex-retired cops. You know, I'm sure like with any other profession, you know, there's the odd quote-unquote bad apple. But, you know, my experiences of police have always been, you know, they're doing their job, be nice, you know, be nice and civil, and you'll just immediately save yourself a whole world of unnecessary shit. Because, you know, they just want to clock in, do their job, and have a pleasant day too. So yeah, I mean, I don't take a confrontational stance with the police. I'm always pleasant, and you know, my experiences with the police have always been very positive.
You're right there. Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened.
No worries, Sniper.
Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Hovel of Balding.
I see you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir.
This is not typical of the game at large, by the way. There are cutscenes throughout the game, but this is the prologue, and it's very story heavy. So if anyone's watching this and it's their first experience of this game, this isn't a game where you walk 10 feet, talk to someone, and then have to watch a 10-minute movie. Rinse and repeat. No.
Men!
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch at the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later.
I would just say with this game, you've got to be very careful about negligent discharges if you are a little bit twitchy on the trigger finger. Before and after conversations with people, if you tap that fire button on your mouse, you will spontaneously punch the person you're talking to in the face, and it will always result in bad things happening. Just to be warned. Right, well, I'm just looking for stuff to steal, by the way. Sniper says, I really have to stop this multitasking, too old, and I suck at spelling in the first place. To be honest, I'm quite used to interpreting what people write, mate, because And a lot of people these days use these talk to text things where when they're texting or on Twitch, they'll actually talk into their phone app and that will type it for them, and they tend to produce some strange
like a stray
results.
Sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning.
I will. Thank you.
Right, let's go up to the battlements. Sea fishing, gotta run. My nurse keeps bitching at me. Great stream as always. Makes chemo treatment go by so much better. Oh mate, sorry to hear. You take care, dude. Thank you very much for stopping by as well, dude. Yeah, I actually had no idea, so...
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed,
You know you played this game too much when you
Sigismund
recognise
has a rare talent for
NPCs and go, ah, that's also the woman who's a prostitute in that town
Maybe
over
I'm
there.
surprised. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name
That is
of
a nice
Sigismund
mace.
of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he
But
and
when
his
I'm
army
playing
have
this
somewhat
game, I need to
strayed.
move that ticker up a little bit.
As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king. And here in Talmberg, divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzig Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzig of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzig is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform
He's
the
got
king,
some
then,
nice armor.
that Sir Radzig Kobyla is
I
not
think those are
in
Nuremberg
Talmberg, and
plate
that he has your loyalty?
arms.
Sir Radzig Kobyla is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences
Him.
and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Laters. Off you fuck. Christ, Henry did a real "I'll see you soon" look then. Yeah, it does sound a little bit fresher than his grisly face. Nice gauntlets.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Here we go. Right.
What is it?
Guess I can put my torch away now.
The stump of that elm you chopped down. You're going to dig it out then? I already did. I want to build a shed there. You only cut that tree down last autumn. It can't have rotted down.
Yeah, just I obviously have my quest that I need to go and do now. Carpucci, hi to anyone, Kilotan and chat. Hello, mate. Ahmed says, after lunch, mate. See you in a bit if you're still about. Have a nice meal, mate. You take care. Thanks very much for coming by.
Good health to you.
Right. Let's see.
If you've got the coin.
Right, we don't want to sell him stolen shit. Just pretty much everything I've got. Yeah, early game, one of the easiest ways to make money is to just pick up tons of herbs and just sell them off. Carpucci says, new playthrough, or why do you look like a bloody peasant? Yeah, I really enjoyed my psychopathic monk playthrough. And just decided it would be a nice way to stream just from the start. Can I afford... I'm going to try and get this for a discount.
Let's talk about the price.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, being a dirty, thieving, murdering bastard's actually quite a good, fun playthrough. And I thought I'd start from scratch so people could see how I kind of how it panned out. Because I'm still finding people I know are...
Come now, just a little more and we have a
People are still picking up the game even now. Plus they've got a DLC roadmap for the rest of the year, and they're doing an announcement at E3, so
me here.
people are going to be playing this game for
A
years.
little more and we'll shake on it.
I'll go for that.
Burgos says, I think the character needs a red dress. I did actually try. You can't wear women's clothes. But we're going to do the next best thing. We're going to go and we're going to head up to the monastery and go and secure some nice monk's robes so that people confuse me for a nice honourable man. Soul Reaper, how you doing, mate? Silent Sniper, if you cannot afford it, then get a loan from Scruffy. I'm not sure Scruffy is packing any gold groschen. More's the pity. Right. Let's... I hope I don't get shaken down. You know what, I've actually not got bad kit, all things considered. But Christ alive, if I get shaken down now, guards can randomly search you, and if they find all of my stolen shit, I'll probably end up doing a bit of jail time.
My respects to you.
Soul Reaper is peachy. Glad to hear, mate.
So, Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
Lorenzi says, Henry's here. God bless Henry. Alright, lads. How you doing, Lorenzi? I hope you're feeling better, mate. Right, that's speech skill. That's strength, isn't it? And that... I can't remember which ones.
So, Robard, my parents died there. I can't leave them to be eaten by dogs. What would you do?
He's going to tell me to fuck off.
Sorry, lad, but I won't take orders. You'll have to wait until everything settles down, and maybe your lord will change his mind.
Right, we're going to have to come up with some other plan. Tell you what, I wish I had paid more attention to where the horses were tied up, because there are horses all over the place that you kind of notice but don't pay attention to. Pretty sure I could jump there, but I think I'll go and speak to the guard. But yeah, it's probably going to become more important on this playthrough, because I'm going to try and do some horse rustling. So I'm going to have to try and remember where they're all parked.
Good day to you.
I need to get out of here.
Sorry, it says with E3 a week away. Yeah, Christ, it's nearly here, isn't it?
But it looks like we'll both be disappointed. Sir Divish gave orders not to open the gate.
Plus the fact that the leaks start coming thick and fast in the week beforehand. I mean, they've already started, but...
Look, I have to get out of here to bury my parents. I'd reward anyone who...
I pressed that by mistake.
What could a ragamuffin like you give me? Clear off before I give you a whipping.
Don't you know who I am? You're the peon wearing the shit-stained green tights. Yes, I'm pretty sure he knows who I am.
In Skalitz like carrion. I have to bury them. I can't leave
Menzi
them to the
says
dogs.
BRB Windows update. See you in a bit, mate.
You'll have to persuade Sir Robard, or think something up so I don't end up in the shit for it. Otherwise, forget it.
The Reaper said, sorry I haven't said hi earlier, I was lurking. Hey, no worries, mate.
What am I supposed to think up?
How should I know? Maybe some disguise so I could say I didn't recognize you? If a Talmberg soldier turns up all kitted out properly, in armor and a helmet, then of course I let him go. That's obvious.
All right, I'll have a look around for something.
Right. Go and grab some stuff. Up there.
Do nothing of the sort.
I managed to punch a chicken to death once, but for some reason I'm struggling to hit them. Right. Yes, I've gone right past the quest marker. Oh Christ, over here. Yeah, unfortunately I've got to get out of here to get to the monastery to get the monk's habit. Ooh. Going to be a key around there. There's got to be a key around here. Right, having all of that. All right, not good. Better than nothing. Just check the quest. I think I just need to steal a horse. Yeah, let's steal a horse and get the fuck out of here. Add this to the long list of bad decisions I've made so far. Dum-dum.
I need to get out of here.
Then I'm afraid you're out of luck. Ah, I see. All right then. But if you breathe a word about me to anyone,
Yeah, I don't know what happens if I just sack the plot and go my own way at this point. Yeah, I am curious. It's just never occurred to me what would happen if I were just like, yeah, fuck this. I'm just going to go exploring. But I think I'm still technically in the prologue, so I don't know what would happen. I did see a very good playthrough with this guy. Which side of the road do I want to be on? This guy had this whole system worked out for the start of the game, where he was admittedly save scumming, but he basically went around the starting area robbing everybody, choking out guards, stealing everything from fucking everybody, and then was fully equipped with armor and weapons. And then when they attacked Skalitz, he actually took them on horseback, and by the time he'd finished the prologue, he was like fully armoured up with like as much loot as he could carry, and it was pretty amazing. But it did involve save scumming, because the guards can resist and then they just turn around and fuck
wait
you.
for me here, friend. Better to keep going on my own. They've already gone.
I am going to see what this is. Fucking hell, it looks like we were attacked by a tribe of cannibals. Right, I am going to take this opportunity, as there's a little bit of dramatic tension, to just have a 3-minute break, go and get some more energy crack, and quickly adjust something in OBS.